Okay, first off, I just kind of want to go over this a little bit. I am going to put more in the video. I'm going to show you how I used all this. So this is just after a pre-video before I show you everything else. What I liked and what I didn't like about it, just so you don't have to watch the whole video if you don't want to. Basically, the first thing is I never realized how much a vacuum is nice, because you can actually suck in as you're cutting the hair. It actually pulls the hair in and makes it easier to cut. So that was a huge difference. The vacuum portion of it is absolutely amazing. The power of this is extremely powerful, to the point where I only actually used it on the first level, on low, and it was plenty of power to pull in and sucked up a ton of hair that I didn't even have to worry about. So the power on this is incredible. Like I said, mainly just used it on low. This little trimmer that it comes with is great for around the paws. I've never been able to get her paws very well. I've always used a bigger trimmer, bigger dog trimmer. But this little one was extremely easy to get all the little hairs that build up around their paws and their nails. So I did love it. It was absolutely incredible to use. And you can see that in the video as well. The large trimmer was great to use. I used a 3 on my dog because we like her short hair. The brush you'll see in the video as well was great, and was able to scoop up, and it actually does work when you push those buttons in and it sucks in. So that was actually absolutely incredible as well. I did not use the other detangler. And then this I'm going to use, because there are some little hairs that are in the tub, and then kind of around this as I was emptying it, because I had to empty it about 3 times. Still larger capacity than a lot of the other ones that I saw. So the fact that I only had to empty it 3 times, I will take a blessing, especially since she was long overdue for a haircut. But overall, absolutely loved it. Was really happy with how everything turned out. The only downside I will say within it all was that using the 3mm almost left, it looked like little grains on her back. I'm going to try to see if I can brush those out, but that was one thing that I didn't really know too much about, and I'll have to kind of look into. But overall, great quality, great suction power, easy to clean, easy to empty. Okay, normally this is where I give my dog a trim, and I usually take care of her in here, mainly to try to catch all of the hair that comes out and it makes a complete mess. But I got this new pet groomer. I'm excited to try it out and use it. There are a ton of them on there. I kind of went through a bunch of the reviews. These are the ones that I kind of like, and this is what we're going to check out. We're going to figure this out together, because I have not even used this yet. I literally just put everything in the bag and got it all out of the box, which was packaged really nicely. So we're going to kind of check it out, and I'm going to kind of go through some of the things and what brought me to choose this one. It comes in a nice bag. Dump out all the accessories here. First off, it does come with the actual trimmer itself. It is charged by USB-C. It is a thinner, not as heavy as I thought it would be, clipper. Most of it is up here at the top. You can feel, you can kind of see that's how it's used. For once you cut it, the vacuum will go in through that portion here. From that, you can actually just pop this off. It also comes with a nail filer, which I love these. If you've never used one of these are pretty amazing. We will check this one out. It's got it for big and for small, so it kind of gives you that as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on, because this is what I plan on using first. From here, it comes with an attachment that you can connect onto the hose. From there, you have a brush. I do like on this brush that it's got the little tips on it, so it's not scratching the dog. A lot of the brushes that I see nowadays, they don't even have those on there, and it usually causes a lot of dandruff or scratching the dog and things like that, which I hate. So it pops on really nice, and then it's even got the where you can push it and knocks the hair off, which is pretty neat, and then it'll suck it right in. So we're going to test that out as well. I'm going to leave that on because that's the one I plan on using. And then it's got the matter on it as well, so you can actually, if you got big mats and stuff like that on the dog, you can do. And same thing, it's got the push that attaches to this, so you can do there. USB-C charger, I already had one in, so I got it charged and set up. Just a basic little extension for a vacuum hose to clean up little areas. And then it's got the different attachments. So you got a 15 and an 18. You got a 9 and a 12, and I believe a 3 and a 6. And I usually use a 3 on my dog. She's got short hair. And then we got a little brush to kind of get it all off. Of course, you got your hose. And then you got your main unit here. So kind of go ahead. We're going to jump right into it because I don't like to waste people's time and I want to check it out myself. I will see the hose and everything seems pretty sturdy. I'm really impressed with, like I said, the quality of it so far. For the vacuum portion here, I know this will actually pop off and come out. Now the one thing I'm not thrilled on is I'm curious on how long you're just basically pulling this off, how long that plastic piece is going to last. So that'll be something to keep track of. There is a HEPA filter that is attached right here, and you can pull out and change. Might have to go in to read the instructions before I actually try to pull that out. So I will have to go to the instructions to make sure, because it looks like it's in there pretty good. Like I said, we're going through this together for the first time, so I haven't got that far. Okay, so I'm going to leave that in there. But then it's also got the metal grating on the inside of this too to catch a lot of it. Low, medium, high, I know is on the vacuum, and I know it's going to be loud when we start. I'm going to start out using the brush, and then we're going to use the clipper just to kind of see. I have a nice bright white tub, so I'm going to see how much hair actually doesn't get into the hose. That's one of the things I'm kind of curious to see if it really does do a good job on. So once again, I'm going to start with this brush. We're going to try this out. And I'm going to go... A little bit of suction power you can kind of hear. Going high. Alright, we're going to test and see. This is her first time too. She normally doesn't mind a haircut, but obviously it's a new tool. So there's a little bit of the hair, we'll see. And it does. Kind of takes it right in, which is kind of nice. I'm sure you can even help it a little bit if need be. But let me get a good chunk of hair on her and see how well that goes. Okay, girl. Okay. I know. Okay, there's quite a little bit more there. So if you go back and forth, it will actually take it all the way in. That is pretty impressive. So that works. Great. Alright. Now we're going to go into the trimmer, because this is one for me that really matters. You can kind of see in there as it's sucking it up. Alright. So, for her, the trimmer, like I said, she's super long right now. Go ahead and sit. She's a little nervous, which is expected. Like I said, normally I make a huge mess in here. After I'm always done, I say I have a puppy left in here that I can make. So I will say I can feel the suction power on it. You can see there is barely little. The most of it that just came off of her probably from me doing it. But the suction power is almost too strong for that. So I'm going to kind of go down just a little bit more. I can feel when I'm cutting her that it's actually sucking the hair. And it's so strong it's hard to get out. I'm going to left her collar on, so I've got to grab her easier in here. Normally I'll lay her down, but I'm trying to do this so you can actually see it. You can see it actually suck in the hair as I go to trim her down. So I lowered it a little bit, and that seemed to work much better. It's on medium right now. The high was actually almost too much. Wow. This is going to make my life a lot easier. Less hair, less things to mess with. So as you can see, it does a great job. It's already filling up that canister quite a bit. I barely have a little bit of hairs that I do have in here are mainly just from when I pulled it off the first time and changed the different suction power that is on it, because the high was almost too much for it for this portion. I'm sure it'll work for a lot of other things as well. Maybe if your dog has shorter hair, but in this case, this was perfect for us. There you go. So there is a little bit of hair, so I'm not going to say it's a perfectly clean portion. I still like and will use the tub, but it is a lot easier than having a big chunk of hair to be able to do. And once again, it's real easy to take out.